Just bored and want to see if this Go Live still works. No topic, nothing to discuss, just a randomization of nothing to talk about. So if anybody comes in to chat with, that's great. If they don't, that's good too. That will work out just fine. Should have combed my beard or brushed my beard before I got on, but that's okay. This is a very forgiving group, and normally they don't criticize such things. Didn't comb my hair either. Welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by our community guidelines. Uncle Smiley, hey Joel. Nothing to talk about, nothing special, just bored and thought I'd come on for a few minutes, make sure my live feature still works. How are you doing? Haven't talked to anybody hardly on YouTube or StreamYard or any of those things in a while. Been on TikTok, but that's about it. Just sitting here in front of the fish tank. Let me move the dog's begging strips out of the way. There we go. That's better. Believe it or not, since last time I was on, I actually cleaned the inside of the glass with a filter sponge, which makes a really good. Sonny G, hey, it's the man, the myth, the legend, mostly myth. Hey, good to see you, Sonny G. What's up? What's new? Just talking about how dirty the glass is with algae, but I had cleaned it since I was on here last time. Added some water to this a couple days ago, so Prime's still sitting up there. Whoopsie. BTW. Oh, wait. Knocking off things here. Knocking off things. Just added some of the aquarium co-op. Is that who makes it? Yeah, I just added some of that stuff. 12 pumps, easy green. 12 pumps to the tank because it's 125 gallons. I'm doing good overall, but I do go in deep. But I do go in Friday for hernia surgery. Oh no. Well, I know that'll be a relief because no hernias feel good at all. Let me see if I can rotate this. I don't think I can. No, orientation is locked. That's okay. Back hernia or hiatal hernia or inguinal hernia. I've had a back surgery, lumbar laminectomy, took half the disc out, and I wish I'd never let them do that. But at the time I didn't know any better. That was, oh gosh, 30 years ago, 31, 33 years ago. Saw the weirdest thing the other day. Of course, these are the, went right out of my head what these orange fish are. Somebody will populate it down there, I'm sure, for me. But they had got in a large pair of them, at the one of the local fish stores, Eric's Aquatic Den, and they were easily twice this big, if not 3 times. But England on both sides. Well, I know you'll be relieved. Those are usually painful, but more than that, they're dangerous because they can parrotfish. Thank you, Sonny G. But yeah, more than that, they can cause a strangulated bowel. So I hope it's just a precautionary thing and not as much painful. But it's not a small surgery for an adult man, but it is for little kids. When I used to work in pediatrics, they would go for their surgery, 1-year-old, 2-year-old, and get that little hernia fixed, and they'd have 2 stitches, and they'd get down in the floor, by God, and play. That's an expression you don't hear much these days, by God. But they get down in recovery room and play. Sure would. But anyway, I was telling a story that even I forgot at the pet shop, at the fish aquatic den. Eric had a big pair of these in, and they exhibited a lot of the mating behavior like a lot of them do. And some of you probably already know that they're usually sterile. The females are not. It's the male that's sterile. We often forget that. The sterility is related, is sex gene linked, and it's to the males. The females you can hybridize with other fish. But this pair, they look pretty much just like this, except 2 or 3 times larger. And these are doing the mating behavior. They've got them a nest. Can't see them hardly. Went under the big rock there, and they come all the way over out that tunnel, and they can come out this other end, but they choose not to. It's got plants over it, potted plants. But those guys mated at the pet shop recently, and they had, I bet 50 babies in there. I went in after they'd been there a couple of weeks, and I was so surprised to see them. And he sold 3 of them, I think, for $20 to somebody that just wanted to let them grow out. And I, at the time, thought about getting some of them, but I did not. I had so many tanks for years. I'm down to 2 tanks and 2 fish. I've had to focus on work, life, and my new passion is saving cats. People drop off cats where I work all the time. It's so sad. Well, that's a very worthy cause. You know, I'm with the Ark Rescue, and I've got 5 foster cats in my house right now, not to mention 3 foster dogs from the same place, plus my own dogs and cats. Hey, Peplin. It's 2025 if I didn't know. What'd I do, put 2024? Yeah, you know, I had that little stroke. I have to remind people all the time. I don't know why I keep putting days, dates, times, numbers, because I can't do it. I can even see it in my head and write a different thing, but I had a little stroke that has to do with the numbers thing. I had to give up writing checks because I couldn't even copy the amount off of a bill onto the check. I could trace it, but I couldn't copy it. So what did I do? Put 2024. Sounds like I would do. As soon as I can scroll into this live, I'll see Bob in chat. Uh-oh, there's a Bob. Uh-oh. Bob 2. I have no idea. That's not me. It's just a Bob. My guess is that's Huawei. Stroke. Oh my God, you're getting better. Yeah, I didn't know I had the stroke. I never knew it till I went for some dementia testing like 6 or 7 years ago. It was the day of the big eclipse, whenever that was, that last big one. Not the recent one, but like 6 or 7 years ago. And I went to get my results, like a week later, so that the actual testing was like from 9 to 3:30. Some of it was written, some was verbal, some was computer. For those of you that are too young and haven't ever had that. Hey Skip, I was thinking about you the other day. I was thinking it's been so long since I streamed on Friday evening that I was thinking about sending you and Susie and the long-haired guy. See there, I can't even remember his name. Been too long. A message to see if y'all would be interested one evening in going. Might even get a guest. Whip, the Whipster. Of course. I know him by his first name, though, which starts with a B. And that's what I usually call him, but I think he prefers to be called Whip on social media. In fact, I know he does. Good to see you, Skipper. I guess y'all will want us to have a look at me and see how fat I've got. About the same, I guess. Got a new beard started up about 2 weeks now. I shaved it off. It got really long. Pepin Creek Aquatic Whip has a stupid name. He told me once, or I asked him on the live, hey Vanoski, welcome in. Good to see you. Good to see everybody. I was looking at a couple of, you get referred videos, and a couple of the live streams popped up. One was Whip and one was Susie. You weren't on that one, Skipper. And we talked and rambled about 10 minutes like I've been doing tonight, this evening. And then Whip said, well, do you have a topic or anything to talk about? And I said, no, not really. And I realized just how rambly it was. And I thought, we haven't missed a thing by me not streaming the last few months. Haven't missed a single thing. So I would definitely, yeah, Whip is Brian. Yeah, I didn't want to say his name because I think he doesn't prefer, it may be Facebook or one of the others, he prefers not to. That's why I said it started with a B. See? That's why Peplin said it, because he's a Brian also. And I can remember the Bryans because I have a brother, Brian, that actually just visited from California 2 weeks ago, he and his wife. And we went up in the mountains to the waterfalls and all that. Hey, Lori. Did I miss Lori? Where's Lori? Hey, Monster Fish Gal, Lori. Do I have enough mods? I got 3 in here. That's awesome. 3 or 4. And all the creme de la creme, too. I am missing people because I see y'all. And there's Larry D. Hey, Larry. Good to see you. Nothing special. No topic. No guests. No nothing. Just decided to go live for a few minutes. Sitting here bored. Didn't even comb my hair for y'all. Or my beard. But I was on TikTok on the guy that has the snake channel that we've had on several times, Skipper. You might remember who, because you've been in a couple of those streams. And the big guy, the great big muscular guy that's so educated. He's out on the West Coast, but thought about having like a half-hour reptile, and of course he can talk for an hour because he has people ask lots of good questions that are interested in reptiles. He doesn't do fish. I thought about having a half-hour reptile and a half-hour fish stream if I could get some interest from you and Susie and the Whipster. Maybe do one, or I could do it by myself if there isn't any. Hey, Bruiser. What's up, buddy? I just liked something that Jenny posted on Facebook a couple of days ago. I just saw that. I'm still around. I'm still kicking. Had a rough summer. Had some health issues, and I don't want to get into those at all. But nothing that required any surgery or anything, just some medical issues. And it just took some time to get through them, 2 or 3 months. And I have. It seems like I'm back to my normal crazy worthlessness. So, I saw that, Peplin. I like that I follow Foxy on Facebook, and maybe Brian too, I can't remember. But I saw the wedding pictures and the posing, Ed and different people I know that were in the pictures, so I was liking those on Facebook. This hockey football game with the ambulance. So if we do it, don't do it this Friday, okay? All right, I'll try to talk to Susie and Whip too to see when a good day was. I should just send y'all, we still have our private chat. I'll just do that. I'll just send it on there and see what, on Messenger. I'll just send it on there and see if there's any interest. Yeah, I saw they got married. I was very happy for them. Both lovely people. And both friends. Never met either one of them, but they're both friends. There, that's better, isn't it? I can't read it though back there. Oops, I hit it twice. The parrotfish, one's always on their nest. Of course, nothing's going to hatch out of there because they're not fertile. Oh, I was telling the story. There comes the other one out. They'll probably switch places now. See that? That one goes down and switch. They guard the, I don't know if they have eggs or not, Of course, if they do, they're not fertile. They probably do. Hey, Dave-O. But the ones at the store I was seeing look just like these guys, but we hypothesized, mainly the owner, Eric, that at least the male must be a hybrid of something, and not enough to show up in the presentation, you know, the physical appearance of the fish, but they must have a little bit of something else in them for him to be fertile. People say that they've heard of parrots breeding, but not true parrots. They're fertile. The males are fertile if they're 100% parrot. But most of the fish we get do have some, unless they're wild caught, do have some little something in them. And even the wild caught hybridized, you don't know, so. I hadn't seen you, Lori, in a minute. I was wondering how you were doing. Can't see any of the fish in there because of the algae. I was saying I just cleaned this off a couple weeks ago, but it's taken it no time to grow back in with all the plant fertilizer. I just put in some Easy Green for the plants that are alive in there. Got a lot of my dog products here, plus fish stuff. That's what all that stuff is. Y'all are seeing my blood pressure cuff, my fan, my coffee mug, you know, all the old man stuff. The only fish I have in that 180 right now is and I'm not going to be able to remember the name of it. I just turned the light off before I went live to cut some of the glare out from there. It only has one large fish in it. You know, spit cup, I had to give up the snuff. Doctor said I had to give up tobacco. Had to give up smokeless, both chewing and dipping. Couldn't do it no more. That's something I never tried, was smokeless tobacco. Been around a lot of it and have nephews and great nephews that do it. No nieces. I went to the prom with a girl, I think, that's dipped snuff. I'm not sure. I think she did, like on breaks. Earlier I had that's a little bowl there of macaroni salad. I was looking to see what that disposable bowl was. Let's see, I've got a couple of plants sitting up there. They're not very heavy. They look heavier than they actually are. That is clay, so the clay is not light. But I'm getting a couple of brown leaves, so I may be overwatering them. I'm trying to exercise some caution. Got some hanging plants over at the window. Too dark to see them right now. I met a very pretty lady that dipped. I should have thrown a ring on it. See, Sonny? Hindsight's 20/20. He's coming down saying, get away from our nest. He or she. You know, I had 2 goldfish in here, and they helped cycle this tank when I converted it from salt to fresh water. There, the other one comes up, and they'll swap again, I guess. But I lost one of those goldfish recently. I found it floating. It was just dead, floating. And as a result of that, I lost my largest native fish, which is one of the white ear. I've got 4 younger ones, smaller ones though, but it just fouled the water overnight, and I did about a 30% water change, but I couldn't save that fish. But I have 4 of the younger ones that it didn't affect. So in a couple of months, they'll grow out to that size. Hadn't bought anything recently. I did some random fish not too long ago. Just went through and bought some fish that I knew wouldn't live a long time, you know, like some live bears and stuff, and a few egg layers. And some of them are still in there. I see the paradise fish down there in the corner. Got some tetras in there. Got those little hybrid, I've got 2 of those. They actually are a parrot hybrid, but people want to call them parrots. I think they're a hybrid between the 2. There's 2 of those native fish together there. Not a lot to look at till they get a little bit bigger, but they sure are gorgeous when they grow up. There's the 3rd one. There's 3 of them all together. I haven't fed them today, so that's what they're wanting. Abraham. Thanks, Abraham. Yes, please like. Please hit the like. Thank you. Got some barbs in there. There, if I hold that down, that's a lot better on our eyes, isn't it? Begging strips. Every morning when I get up and walk the dogs, then get my coffee, I come in and sit down here, turn on the aquariums, and give the dogs treats. And they start off with bacon strips, and then they get some hard biscuits. So that's why I just keep those here. All right, this says I've been on here for 22 minutes, and at one time there were 15 people in here, which surprises me. It says there are 12 in here now. So I'm going to go ahead and call this one and get off here, and possibly do a Friday evening, Friday night. I think we used to do those at 7:30 or 8. See what Whip and Susie and Skipper are up to in a week or 2. Thank y'all for saying hi. You take care. Nice seeing you too, Skipper. Nice seeing all of you. Take care.